Hello everyone, welcome to SPARPointGroup.com. I'm Sam Feifel, I'm the editor of SPAR Point Group, and it's the week of April 25th, and we're watching very closely this week the implementation of BIM standards. For example, the Building Smart Alliance is working very hard right now on version 2 of the National BIM Standard. You have until May 2nd to get in your comments. And one thing you might want to pay attention to if you are a 3D imaging professional is whether scan to BIM is being considered. It's a small thing, but if you look at the beginning of the press release that announces this initiative, you'll see it says, it takes many people to build a new building. And the question is whether BIM standards are going to consider retrofit and scan to BIM along with new construction. If you're a 3D imaging professional doing laser scanning, you want to make sure that the standards that are developed consider both point cloud data and how point cloud data implements with those BIM standards that are being created. And maybe it's a good sign that Trimble this week announced that they will be joining the Building Smart Alliance, in part because they would like to take advantage of participating in these standards discussions. And if you're thinking about standards, one of the organizations that's created a number of BIM standards is the Army Corps of Engineers. Since 2006, they've been working on requiring BIM for all new construction. And at a meeting of the Society of American Military Engineers, the whole place erupted into applause when the Army Corps announced that they would be platform neutral for BIM going forward. But a great article from the Engineering News Record questions what exactly platform neutral means. Basically, this comes out of an April 7 release from the Army Corps where their BIM requirements now not only require Bentley software, but also Autodesk's Revit software. So the question is this platform neutral, or do you now just have two choices? And this makes a lot of difference to 3D imaging professionals because there's a big difference between showing people BIM and actually actively working in BIM. And it seems as though the Army Corps is mostly focusing on platform neutral display of BIM information. But when it comes down to actually employing BIM in a working model, it's really either going to be Bentley or it's going to be Revit. And there's some concern whether some firms will be frozen out of potential contracts if they are not Bentley or Revit users. In fact, district offices will be able to choose whether they want to use Bentley or Revit. So if you're a Revit house and they choose Bentley, it's very possible that you'll be just completely out of luck. And again, there is the question of whether retrofit jobs and point cloud data are going to be considered here. Obviously, Bentley and now Revit in its 2012 are able to consume this point cloud data, but still, it seems as though most of the BIM movement is focused on new construction, and it's not as much focused as it should be on the vast opportunity presented by scan to BIM in that retrofit market. Do we just want to be building new buildings, or in this efficiency craze that's hit the federal government, are we going to be looking to take existing buildings and make them more efficient? Seems like scan to BIM would be pretty handy there. So stay tuned to SPARPointGroup.com. We'll be following these developments. And if you have any questions about BIM standards, feel free to hit me up. You can find me at sam.feifel. I know you're going to have a hard time spelling that, so just go ahead and come to SPARPointGroup.com. sam.feifel at SPARPointGroup.com, and I will see you next time.